what kinds of how do you how do you target the people who have like 2 to 3 thousand to spare for coaching? Are
Wonderful.
those like a certain demographic or?
Welcome to Heart and Profit Podcast, a place where purpose-driven entrepreneurs can get practical advice on how to build high-ticket businesses in 20 minutes or less. This is your host, Eugene Berezin, former clinical psychologist, sign language interpreter, software engineer, and your business mentor and a coach. Grab your favorite drink, relax, and get ready for practical and transformational advice for your business. In today's episode, Heart and Profit Podcast, I would like to share with you podcast mini series. These are podcast episodes where I pick one question from the audience or from my coaching clients and answer them on the show. If you want your question to be answered on the podcast, what you can do, you can connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram and send me a DM message with your question. I will review the questions and the best questions are going to be answered on the show. Enjoy the show. Go ahead. Go ahead, Steven.
Hey, yeah. First of all, thanks for putting this together. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. So I don't know why I can't wrap my head around it, but so you said that you still coach like software engineers and that was originally how you started off coaching. What kinds of how do you how do you target the people who have like 2 to 3 thousand to spare for coaching? Are those
Wonderful.
like a certain demographic or?
So, wonderful question. So, there are two parts for this, right? Like, first of all, it's really important to talk about your offer, what you are offering. Because if you're offering just a resume review and tech interview preparation, this is not $2,000. This is not $3,000. This is like this is elementary offer. So, like, what you're offering, what is the value of your offer? So now, how do I target? So a couple of things. I like my first ideal client was me in the past, was Eugene, who would like to grow, who would like to be authority in the tech space, and I didn't know how to be authority. So I was targeting me in the past. But when I got clients, I got data. So who is buying? And my clients, what was interesting, majority of my clients were laid off from tech jobs. Majority of my clients were anything from senior or like senior closer to mid-level or mid-level developer to senior developer. So that's kind of the range. So from very high sophisticated junior to senior, and majority of them were laid off or who were laid off. They wanted to make a transition to iOS development. And I also have one international student from Canada, actually from France. So like that, and how do I target them? I connect with people with similar characteristics, but it's important the level of sophistication of your program. If your program is not sophisticated enough, and this is what I help my clients with, right? Because if you just teach me HTML, like, no, you can charge me $2,500. You can charge me $3,000. I can watch Udemy course, and Udemy it's a course platform. If somebody is not technical, so this is where we watch cheap courses. No, comprehensive high touch, high value offer. And this is what I help my entrepreneurs to come up with, because if you talk on the very primitive level, right, or on the very basic surface level, how, like, if you do what other people do, if you're a career coach, for example, and you talk about the same, do not apply for jobs online, or like how to write a resume, how to write a cover letter, how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, you are in a very saturated market. How do you specialize as a career coach? How are you different from other tech mentors? What is your superpower? And this is the trick, right? And the answer can be actually a lot easier than you think, and a lot simpler than you think. Wonderful question, Stephen. And prospecting is something that you do all the time. It never stops, because people's behavior change, people's preferences change, market changes. So, but look, 2023, when everybody was laid off, people were like, and people still are seeking career services, right? People are seeking transformation. People are seeking transformation in their career. So, for you, like, I don't know if you are in QA, you can teach people how to do QA. You can create your like QA bootcamp. I know QA bootcamps for a fact. They sell, and they sell really, really well. They sell, and they sell really, really well. Wonderful question. And thank you so much for tuning in for this episode. Do me a solid. If we're not connected yet on socials, connect with me on LinkedIn and Instagram. Also, if you're listening to this episode and you're thinking, okay, this is useful, this is good, how do I work with you? All the links for my social media, to book a call, to follow me on YouTube, on LinkedIn and Instagram, are in the description box below for this episode. Also, share this episode with your fellow entrepreneurs, so more purpose-driven entrepreneurs will get actionable advice how to build their profitable, high-ticket businesses. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode.